What's going on, y'all? Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. Hit that like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit them notifications so that you're able to get all of my content as well as all of my videos. Shout out to Tim Hardaway, and that's senior in this case, okay, for calling out Luka on his ball dominance and dribbling the air out of the ball. Shout out to him because it needed to be said. And that's what I've been telling y'all about Luka. Look, Luka is a great player, okay? He's a superstar talent and everything, but he'll never win a championship with the style that he plays if he continues to play this style, okay? Look, I know he went to the Western Conference finals and everything, okay? You know, that's great, but his game is not gonna elevate, and he's not gonna elevate others. Well, that's what Tim Hardaway Sr. was saying, and he used his son, of course, as an example, Tim Hardaway Jr., okay? He basically said, and I'm gonna put the link to the article in the description so that y'all can go ahead and take a look at it, okay? Basically, Tim Hardaway Sr. was saying that how Luka has to dominate the ball all the time, you know, and it's like you're, you know, pretty much dribbling, and not getting others involved, okay? And I've been saying that for quite some time now. It's all good when you know, when you score and everything like that, but then when you don't score, you're hypocritical because then you want to blame others when things don't go your way and things of that nature. And I've already spoke on the situation about him marching up in the front office and telling them to get people around him and stuff like that and stuff. Well, hey, you're the big elephant in the room because you don't get nobody involved. And I don't know if Luka really understands that. You know, that's why, like I said, with a player like Jalen Brunson in Dallas, that's why I felt like he was more beneficial to the team, because Jalen Brunson is a true point guard. Luka, you're not a point guard, okay? You're just a guy that can score real good and just happens to dribble the ball and dribble the air out of the ball or whatever. But you don't play no defense, okay? You get gassed, especially when it gets real tight in a grinded out games such as the playoffs, okay? We've seen that before, all right? And then on top of that, sometimes you could do a lot of shot jacking too, okay? Look, everybody thinks that just because a player is great, we can't call him out on his bullshit. Well, unfortunately, in this case, it has to be called out. And Tim Hardaway Sr. is definitely called it out. And look, he understands, Tim Hardaway Sr. understands how to play point guard. If you want to talk about a prototypical point guard, Tim Hardaway was one of the best at it, okay? Now, was he, you know, all time in history or anything like that? No, you know, but he was definitely a joy to watch play the position, and one can argue as him being the one of the innovators of the crossover, and in that era, that he was known for the killer crossover. Okay, it was guys like him and Rod Strickland, and of course, you know, AI, just to name a few, that were able to usher in what you see today, such as the Kyrie Irvings, such as the, you know, the Steph Currys, and such as to the CP3 to a lesser degree, and some of the other guys that are known for being great ball handlers. But anyways, like I'm saying, we know that Luka's usage rate is through the roof, okay? Now, Luka would, like I said again, he'll never win a championship with this style of basketball that he plays. I've already said that he needed to work on his conditioning, okay, which he's seeming to, you know, get better at, you know, And I already said that he needs to at least try to make an effort on defense, on the defensive side of the ball. But the other thing is that a lot of people isn't looking at, while he's really superb in terms of his scoring and all of that, you still need to work on getting your team involved too. I understand that, people are going to say, well, he has 10 assists and he has all these assists and stuff like that. Yeah, that's on paper. And also, if I had a guy that's able, multiple shooters around me that can make threes or hit shots and stuff, especially with today's NBA, you should be able to get 10 assists. Okay, you should be able to get 10 assists, especially how the game is spread open. So I'm glad Tim Hardaway Sr. is holding Luka accountable. I thought I was the only one. I feel like I'm the only one that speaks on Luka and holds Luka accountable. Everybody else never wants to call Luka out on this bullshit, and that doesn't take anything away from him being a phenomenal talent and everything. But there goes again. You have to make adjustments to your game in order to be better. If we're going to hold all these other players accountable and everything, you need to be held accountable too. Now the Mavs are coming in with a decent record. I mean, they're 32 and 23, and I think, to my knowledge, him and Kyrie are 18 and 10 together. They're above 500, but we all know that just like the other franchises, listen, the Dallas Mavericks have championship expectations too. We can say what we want, because let's not act like that Dallas haven't been to a finals and they haven't actually won that Larry O'Brien, okay? And Luka, you did all this complaining, you did all this whining, all this bitching about, this player ain't doing this player ain't doing that, this coach ain't doing this coach ain't doing that, this person in the front office ain't doing this, and they not doing that. Well, you got what you want, and you still doing the same repetitive stuff, and your usage rate still continues to be through the roof, and you're not making any improvements, and you're definitely not making your team any better. So I want to hear from y'all. Make sure y'all like this video, share it, subscribe, also hit them notifications so that you are notified. Till then, it's straight to the point, sports and entertainment. I'll get at you later.